U.S. passport holders are fortunate enough to have access to visit 185 different countries without needing a visa to enter. However, there are still quite a few popular destinations that do require U.S. travelers to do the extra work of acquiring a visa in advance of their trip in order to be permitted into the country. Visa processing has greatly improved with the rollout of e-visas, which puts the entire visa application online and increases processing time to be under 1 week, or sometimes, within the next day. E-visas allow travelers to forego having to work through an embassy or consulate in order to obtain a visa. In this video, we'll be reviewing the top 10 most popular countries that U.S. travelers are visiting that require a visa. First on our list is Australia. It may be surprising to learn that Australia does not permit access to U.S. passport holders. Any U.S. citizen planning a trip to Australia will need to acquire an electronic visa called an ETA, Electronic Travel Authority. This visa provides access to visit up to 90 days and is valid for a full year after being issued. It costs about $13. A visitor visa, or an Australia tourist visa, allows U.S. citizens to stay for up to 12 months and is a multi-entry visa. This visa costs $122. Planning a trip to see the pyramids? To visit Egypt, you can obtain an e-visa with an online form. There is the opportunity to get a visa upon arrival at the Egyptian border by waiting in the line at an airport terminal, but it will be much easier to get the process done online ahead of time. An e-visa will be ready within 1 to 3 days and will provide access to the country for up to a 30-day stay. Multi-entry options are also available. The fee for a single-entry visa is $114. Interested in a safari adventure? Kenya offers single-entry e-visas that are valid for travel within 3 months of the date of issue. U.S. citizens fall under the Category 2 level of visa and the applications are processed within 48 hours. Single-entry visas are available for $51. Another popular destination for U.S. tourists is India. In 2021, U.S. travelers were the largest source of overseas visitors to the country. India also has an electronic visa application that visitors can apply for up to 30 days before their trip. It typically takes about 72 hours for the applications to be processed once it is submitted. A 30-day double-entry tourist e-visa costs about $28. If you opt for a 1-year multi-entry tourist visa, it will be $43. A 5-year multi-entry visa is available for $83. Planning a trip to Bali? E-visas are available for those headed to Indonesia and take about 3 to 5 days to be processed. They permit a 60-day length of stay and the visa is valid for 90 days, so you won't want to get it too early before you depart. The fee is $100. Alternatively, there is also a more affordable visa upon arrival option at international airports. The fee is about $35 and permits a visit of up to 30 days. There is growing demand for tourism to Myanmar. Tourists can apply for Myanmar e-visas online, which only takes about 15 minutes to apply and less than a week to process. Keep in mind, this visa type is only valid for entry at one of the 3 international airports in Myanmar. The cost of a visa for a single entry trip of 28 days is $50 and is only valid for a 90-day period. Another popular Southeast Asia destination is Vietnam. E-visas for Vietnam are available online with a validity period of 90 days. The cost for a single-entry visa is $25 and a multiple visa entry fee is $50. Processing for an e-visa usually takes less than a week. Or perhaps you've been dreaming of visiting Angkor Wat in Cambodia. U.S. citizens can get an e-visa for Cambodia that will allow them to stay in the country for up to 30 days for tourism purposes only. For a longer stay, visitors will need to apply for a visa through the Cambodian embassy in the U.S. E-visas are usually approved within 3 to 4 business days. The visa fee is about $65. Perhaps you want to visit 2 continents in a single country, then head to Turkey, where Europe meets Asia. Turkey also offers an e-visa which usually only takes 15 minutes to complete and permits tourists and business visitors to stay 90 or fewer days in the country. The single-entry visa cost is $50. Your Turkey e-visa must be used within 180 days from the issue date and max stay is 90 days in total. It is also a multiple entry visa, so you can come and go, as long as you never stay more than 90 days. The last country on our list is also one of the largest. There is much to see and do in China, however, you will not be able to utilize a convenient e-visa process. Instead, you'll need to work with a Chinese consulate based on your state of residence. A Chinese visa costs $185. To obtain a China tourist visa, you will need an invitation letter from a China travel agency, or an individual or round-trip plane ticket and a hotel booking. Processing times usually take less than a full business week. However, the application is much more extensive and will take more time to fill out and obtain all the necessary documentation. You will also get a physical page in your passport dedicated to your China visa. You may want to consider applying through a visa service company and pay the additional fee for support. Please keep in mind that there are many visa service providers available that will help you process your visas. However, they generally charge fees that are higher than the cost of the visa itself for this convenient service. If the country you are visiting offers an e-visa, it may not be worth it to pay over $100 for a visa service provider when the e-visa process is fairly straightforward online. As you research your visa entry details, keep in mind many of the sites that pop up will be third-party visa service providers looking to charge you a processing fee that you can avoid by going direct to each country's visa website. Have you applied for a tourist visa before? What has your experience been like? Tell us in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Travel IQ channel for more travel updates.